Hello everyone, welcome to the JIGS TV weekly Go news. My name is Stanisław Frejlak and as each week I will tell you about what is happening in the Go world. We are starting from the Korean Prime Minister Cup, the 16th edition. There were 64 players participating and the whole tournament lasted for 1 month. It has finished 2 days ago. We were already talking about the finals last time, and in the semi-finals there were players from Thailand. It was Sornara Pongsakarn, who is 14 years old, a player from South Korea, Kim Song-gu, 15 years old, the youngest, or maybe not the youngest participant, there was an even younger participant from Macau, but the second youngest participant was Huang Qiuxuan from China, 11 years old, and Anton Chernykh from Russia, the only European participant in the semi-finals. Before, in the knockout stage, a Korean player managed to beat Singapore and Taiwan, and that the Taiwanese player is very strong. He's a 3 times world amateur champion, and Huang Qiuxuan managed to win against the Japanese and United States participants. And in the final they met, the Korean player and the Chinese, and the Korean player won. For the last 6 editions of the Korean Prime Minister Cup, it was the Chinese player who was winning all the time. So after 7 years, Korea finally managed to regain the title. This is the Korean player playing the final game, and this is the Chinese player. So congratulations to Kim Song-gu. This time it was held online, but let's hope that already next year all the players will be able to meet offline and see each other, not only play with each other. Alright, and now news from Asia, and we are starting from Japan, where 2 of the title matches were going on. So first of all, the Meijin title match started. Meijin is one of the main Japanese titles. The opening ceremony was made without the audience. It was held online. It was streamed online. And there Ichiriki Ryo is challenging Yamayuta. Hello, Fledermaus. Nice to see you. The first game was played on Thursday and Friday, because as also the Kisei title and Honimbo title, the games are played here for 2 days each. So after the first day, one of the players needs to seal the next move so that his opponent doesn't know the move and he cannot prepare. And then they continued on Friday. Alright, Ichiriki was playing with Iyama. Iyama is holding the Meijin title already for quite a few years. This is the area next to the hotel where the game was played, and this is the live commentary of the game. So just as it was commented on the Japanese TV, we will also comment it now, of course with less details, but still it was an interesting game. So let's take a look at it. The game started with a calm opening, but then after white continued in the lower right corner. Sorry, it is not shown. Okay, now it is shown. So yeah, but after white continued in the lower right corner, black played this cut and the first fight started. Yamayuta, who was playing white, managed to settle the group on the bottom, and in exchange he gave Ichiriki a big influence, which then Yama was trying to reduce. I think a very interesting move of Ichiriki was the next move. The task was to attack somehow this stone of white, and Ichiriki decided to do it indirectly. So he played a shoulder hit against the stones on the top. But then still White managed to create a shape, and I am not sure, I am not convinced by this move of Ichiriki. I thought Ichiriki will play somewhere from the top, for example here, but then maybe the Aji is too bad, and Ichiriki played this very solid move, but then Yamayuta showed how to make Sabaki. Tah, 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 and then it was difficult for Black to still keep the group under attack. Black tried to save the stone, and in the end Black managed, but White got a lot on the outside. Now White's group is pretty strong. Black continued trying to do something on the top, but then still Black has a lot of influences on the board, and it's difficult to use them because the group in the center is not very weak. Still, Ichiriki knew that he needs to attack it, so he did. And how did it go? So yeah, he managed to not let White make ice, but still White was going out, and Black went all in. He thought that this attack or he loses the game, so he agreed on sacrificing something on the top for trying to seal the group of White. However, Black's shapes were not very strong, and White managed to cut Black here. And afterwards, Black was trying to save these stones by capturing the stone of White, and it looked like Black is close to doing it, but at this moment White found a nice Tesuji. White went down here, threatening that he connects with these stones. Black blocked, and then White played where White cannot just connect with this move. It doesn't work. Black can play Atari, Atari, this, Atari, and White is dead. But White found a different move. Can you see it yourself? It is this first line move. After that, Black is dead here. So the compensation Black got was killing the group of White on the right side. However, this compensation seemed not enough. After 40 moves, Black resigned. Well, Black didn't manage to kill the group. Instead, Black died, and still Black didn't get that much in exchange. Which means that Yamayuta won the first game of the Meijin title match. It is not best of 5, it is best of 7. I have a mistake on the slide. So still many games to come. And this game finished on Friday. Next game will be in 10 days. But they played on Friday, and then Ichiriki with Yama met again on Sunday in the last game of the Gosei title match. Before, like last week, the result was 2-2. So this was the best of 5 title match, and this meant that it is a deciding game. Ichiriki was holding the title. Yama was not holding the Gosei title already for 4 years. He lost it 4 years ago. But still, maybe we can call Yama the favorite in this match, as he holds the 3 most important titles in Japan: Kisei, Meijin, and Honimbo. This is Ichiriki Ryo, and they started the game. This is already 1-day game, not that long time settings. Here we can see Konorin and Atsushi Tsuruyama commenting the games on the Nihon Kiin channel, and we will also comment the game. Again, Yamayuta was taking White. So let's take a look at their next game. This one started with one Joseki, then the other Joseki, and then White cut Black's shape, and again there was a little fight around here. White was not trying to save these stones. White thought it is not worth it. So instead, white was trying to rather annoy black and sacrifice the stones. I really like the next move of black. So white is trying to force black to connect the shape. But how to connect? You connect like this or you connect like that? It feels like you are playing a neutral point. If black connects like this and makes a bamboo joint, also white is getting really a lot from it. So instead, black answered in a very active way. Can you guess the next move of black? I think it's not easy move. It's the attachment from the other side. Now white cannot cut black stones. It doesn't work. So instead, white played from the top, and afterwards white managed to connect the stones, but black got strong on both sides, and then black still continued the attack on white's group. So the next game of Iyama versus Ichiriki, and one more time Ichiriki is trying to attack severely the group of Iyama, and Iyama is showing his sabaki skills. I think we still need to take a look at this moment when Ichiriki attacked a bit that group of white, and as you know, this shape after that Joseki, here white has an option of making a ko for creating ice in the corner, so this ko later mattered a lot in the game. Anyway, the players didn't continue the ko because if black plays it, white can actually cut and go out. So, well, probably black needs a supporting stone on the top to start this ko. Instead, black was trying to put pressure on white's group, and white was playing with very careful moves. So white doesn't jump because white knows of the weak points of the shape. White plays strong, solid moves, and white was out. Black managed to enclose the group of white afterwards, but white was not afraid. After this move, white claims that this group is already alive, and Ichiriki didn't try to argue with that. Instead, he was trying to use what he gained so far, all this influence, and make a moyo on the top. And now another beautiful move from this game, the move of Iyama. I think a bit unexpected. Attachment here. So what is this attachment? It of course threatens that white connects with that stone, but usually we don't play attachments in Go. We can fully understand the meaning of this move after white cut at Q18, and because of having that stone, white's moves were more powerful, and well, there is still some ko between the group of black and the group of white, but it's a multi-step ko, so basically we can say that Iyama killed the corner of Ichiriki here. Black secured something on the outside, but it seems it was not enough. After white just created life with this group and then reduced a bit the moyo of black, Ichiriki resigned. So it seems that both of the games between these two had a similar course. Ichiriki was trying to kill a big group of Iyama, and then Ichiriki didn't manage, so he tried to utilize somehow the influence he got and get a big territory somewhere else, but then Iyama in the end managed to get into that territory, and then Ichiriki resigned, which means that Iyama regained the Gosei title. Congratulations to Iyama Yuta. Now he's holding 4 of the main Japanese titles. Another news from Japan is about the female Honimbo final. Female Honimbo challenger deciding tournament, and the final of this challenger deciding tournament was Hoshai Shiho versus 3-dan professional versus whom? I don't remember the name. Actually, probably the main opponent of Hoshai Shiho in this tournament was in the semi-final of that tournament, because it was Suzuki Ayumi, player with many titles. Anyway, Hoshai Shiho beat her by half a point, then also beat the final of the challenger deciding tournament, and now she will play Fujisawa Rina in the final of the female Honimbo. This title match will start at the end of September. Hosiai Shiho is the lady from the on the left. Okay. News from China is the Chinese preliminaries for the Samsung Cup. You can remember that we were talking about it already 2 weeks ago. In China, it is a Swiss system tournament. I think there are 28 participants in the male group and 9 participants in the female group. The tournament is not finished yet, but it is about to finish. And in the male group, after 7 rounds, Lian Xiao, who we can see on the photo, and Zhao Chenyu have only 1 loss each after 7 rounds. So they are doing the best, but there are many players qualifying. I don't know how many, but more than 2 for sure. 2 more rounds to be played, so we will see who qualifies. Meanwhile, in the South Korea, also the preliminaries for the Samsung Cup were held. Samsung Cup is the international tournament, so there are participants from the South Korea, from China, from Japan, then also from Taiwan, and usually there was also 1 participant from the so-called World Division. And back in the day there were players from Europe like Mateusz Surma, Ali Jabarin, but not always from Europe. I also remember when Chang Fukang from Malaysia won the World Division. He was an amateur player from Malaysia, but he still managed to beat the professionals from the North America and from Europe. Anyway, in the Korean preliminaries of the Samsung Cup, there were groups which played against each other in a knockout system. And one of the group was the senior group. We can see here Lee Chang-ho playing. Lee Chang-ho won the senior group, beating Yu Chang-hyuk in the final. And another interesting news is from the female group, where Chejong in the final was playing against Cho Sung-ah, and Cho Sung-ah managed to win. We can say unexpectedly, as Chejong has more titles and is in general rated higher. And in total, 9 players passed the qualifying tournament from Korea, and there are also 5 seeded players, the highest ranked Korean players: Shin Jin-so, Park Jong-kwan, Shin Min-jun, Pyeong Sang-il, and Kim Ji-sok. The finals, the Samsung Cup itself, will start online at the end of October. I am afraid that there will be no participant from the World Division. As far as I know, last year there was no. So I am not sure. But I hope that there will be, that also one of the players from outside of the Eastern Asia will have a chance to play. A news from the Taiwan is the female Juqiang tournament. In Taiwan, in Taiwanese newspaper made by the Taiwanese Go Association, this tournament is called Searching for the New Hei Jia Jia, or Joan Missingam is the most famous Taiwanese female player. She is 7-dan professional, and she won the first edition of the female Juqiang. Now this is the 7th edition, and Joan Missingam is not playing anymore. She is living in the US. She is of the Taiwanese Australian origin. She is born in Australia. Anyway, now she's not participating, and the winner will be known of the tournament will be known already next week. Now it was the final of the losers brackets, where Su Shengfang was playing Yu Lijun, and she won. We can see Su Shengfang on the photo. So now, after winning the losers brackets, she will face Lu Yuhua in the final. They are both 3-dan professional, and they will play next month. Here we can see that Xu Haohong is commenting the game after it was finished. We have more news from the Go world. So first of all, a news about the Latin America. There was the third edition of the Latin American Female League. This year, 38 players signed up for this league, so it's a bigger event than last year, where there were just 30 players. There were 6 groups sorted by strength. In each there were 6 players playing, and the event was well organized. The Argentinian Association's Twitch was holding a stream where there were game commentaries, as we can see. And in the group A, the strongest group, the winner is Gisela Gastin from Argentina. The runner-up is Renate Reisenegger from Chile, who we know from the JIGS camps. So congratulations. And congratulations from Gisela, who we can see on the photo. By the way, it's not the only online event in the Latin America. There will be a Latino American Virtual Go Congress in October. And right now, there is an open contest for designing a logo for this Go Congress, and a prize for designing the logo which wins is $200. So please take part if you have some graphical skills, and then also look at how the Go Congress goes. Another news is from the North America. It is a Canadian Go camp. I have seen a few photos from the camp today. It is held in Jouvence near Montreal. As we can see, some of the players are so dedicated, they are keeping to play even after the sunset. So they need to use the flashlights to finish the games. I didn't find much information yet, but I think the Go Congress has just started, so probably we will talk more about it next week. Now let's move to Europe. The main event in the European Go this weekend was the PandaNet Go European Team Championship Finals, where 4 top teams from the main stage of the tournament, which was held online last year, took part. It was Poland, Russia, Ukraine, and France. Because of the lockdown, it was not possible to meet for all the players in one place, but each team had to meet together. So here we can see the French team playing in an apartment of one of the players from the team. I am not sure, but this is my guess. And also we have a photo of the Ukrainian team. I know that 2 of the Ukrainian players were actually playing from Jena, because Andriy Kraviec, a professional player, he is now a teacher in Jena. He has come to Jena 1 week ago, if I am not wrong, and he played from there. He had German proctors observing the games. By the way, this was also the requirement that there needs to be a guy from the outside looking at the games, so that everything is for sure played honestly. And also Valery Kruszelnicki came to Jena for a few days, and he also played from there. The games were commented on Twitch by Ali Jabarin, 2Dan Professional, and Frederick Blombach, 6Dan. So here we can see a stream on the European Go Federation Twitch. The winners are French, the French team. It is already the 3rd time in a row and the 4th in total that France is winning the PandaNet European Team Championship. The 2nd place was taken by Russia, 3rd Ukraine, and I was playing for Poland. We managed to get 1 draw against Russia, but in the end we took the 4th place. Anyway, it was a really nice experience, and I enjoyed the tournament a lot. What is more to be said? France won the final really decisively. They won all their matches, so congratulations to them. Last week I was talking about the Czech Go Camp, But unfortunately, I didn't have photos from this year's camp yet, and now I already have the photos, so I just want to talk once more about it, because we can see how nice the location was. It was Jesenik, a small town in Czechia, and 39 people came. On the Czech Go camps, there is a system of small groups and teachers rotating, like sometimes teaching this group, sometimes that group, and there were quite a few teachers from Czechia, 6 Dan players or 5 Dan players, and also one international teacher, Pal Balog from Hungary. We can see him here giving a lecture. Unfortunately, he's maybe too small on this photo. There were not only lectures and the small group studies, also the simultaneous game. Here we can see Radek Nechenicki and Jan Shimara giving a simultaneous game. There was also sport, fire camps, and in general, as we can see on the photo, all the participants were having a lot of fun. So let's hope that next year we can go there with even more people. This is not the only news from Czechia. The other one is about the Czech Youth Championships, which happened last weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It was a conclusion of the youth camp, which lasted for 2 weeks before the championship, and I know that Lukasz Podpera was the main teacher on that youth camp. In the Czech Youth Championship, the winner in the category under 12 is Bartolomej Dach, 9Q. In the under 16 category, it is Ladisław Koran, 11Q, and in the under 20 category, it is Dita Vashová, 1 Dan. So congratulations to all the winners and all the participants. We have also one news about the Russian Go, which is a Go camp in Solnecznaya Dolina, which is mainly targeted at children participants, as we can see here. Here we can see the very nice logo of the camp and how it all looked, how the place looked. So also happy to see such initiatives. All right, these are all the news from Europe. Now we move to the Tsumego section of the JIGS TV. Thank you for sending the solutions. We have quite a few people who participated this week. These are the correct answers to the double-digit Q problems. Here we can see the single-digit Q problems correct solutions, and congratulations for sending the correct solutions to William and Emilia, and the Dan players section, the smallest one. But I encourage all of you to participate. You can win the prizes from the JIGS team, and here you can see the new problems. So please send them by next Sunday, so that I have time to check your solutions. All right, this is it for today. Thank you for listening, and see you next week. By the way, also one more thing to say. On the next weekend, there are quite many tournaments, which you will see on the info screen. So if you are a female player, you can participate in the female European Championship, which is held online on OGS. And then there is also a big tournament in Moscow, in Mokra Chorakov, next to Brno in Czechia, and also in Pisa in Italy. All right, so just pick the one you like the most, and see you. Bye bye.